Hi, good day. Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe my TikTok page. Thank you so much.
Hello students, happy learning. So with that, our objectives of the lesson: first, identify the properties of inequality. Second, solve linear inequalities using the properties. And last, graph the solutions of linear inequalities in one variable. Ito po yung skills or kailangan natin matutunan this week. So with that, let's talk about the inequality. Kung mapapansin po natin, ito po yung ating figure to represent inequality. Okay, so meaning to say, hindi po pantay yung nasa left side tsaka right side of the inequality. Meaning to say, the definition states that inequality is a mathematical sentence or statement that shows two expressions are not equal. Take note of the word not equal. Therefore, employing a sign such as this symbol, this means that this is not equal to. Okay? And there are other symbols for inequality. We have this, another. Okay, ano kaya yung tawag dito sa mga symbols na to for inequality? Yan po yung ginagamit natin to indicate the two expressions are not equal. Okay, papangalanan natin dyan, inequality, this is a symbol, but we are going to name or give the definition of each symbol. So, for example, this is read as greater than. Okay? The other one is, pag binasa natin yan, that is less than. And this is naman, kung meron naman siyang greater than, tapos may bar sa baba, tawag po dyan ay greater than or equal. Two conditions po siya. Okay? Dito naman, less than or equal yan. Kaya nga, this is, okay. And we are going to give the example for verbal statement or sentence para ma-interpret natin yung symbol. Example, a number x plus 6 is greater than 5. Gumamit siya ng salitang greater than. Ibig sabihin yan, kapag nirepresent natin sa inequality, x plus 6 is greater than 5. Okay, next one. 7 subtracted from x is less than 2. The word less than refers to this symbol, inequality, and therefore, the mathematical symbol is x minus 7 is less than 2. Okay, another example, we have the sum of x and 4 is greater than or equal to 8. Okay, gumamit siya ng salitang greater than or equal to. Kaya ang gagamitin natin dyan, yung symbol for this inequality, we have x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 8. And last example natin, we have twice a number x is less than or equal to the sum of x and 1. So the word used is less than or equal to. Kaya we are going to represent this as 2x is less than or equal to x plus 1. Okay? So with that, another example used for the greater than or equal, ito yung symbol natin, gumagamit po tayo dyan ng salitang at least. Okay, example natin for the verbal statement, drink at least 8 glasses of water. Pag sinabi natin at least, greater than or equal siya. Kapag nirepresent natin yan, G, or that is the number of glasses, no, is greater than or equal to 8. Ibig sabihin yan, hindi siya bababa ng 8. Yung pwede natin inumin sa kada araw. Okay, yung number of glasses na yon. Okay, and we have this, at most. Kapag at most naman yan, that is less than or equal. Example natin, the speed of a car is at most 40 km per hour. So gumamit siya ng salitang at most. Kapag nirepresent natin sa inequality, we have S stands for the speed is less than or equal to 40. Ibig sabihin yan, yung number of speed is pwede siya mag-equal ng 40 pero hindi siya pwedeng tumaas ng 40. Ibig sabihin yan, bababa siya sa 40. Kasama yung 40 doon. 40, 39, and so on and so forth. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng at most. Okay? With that, let's talk about the properties of inequality. Ano na ba yung mga properties natin? Okay, but take note, when we say inequality, it's a symbolic expression of the fact that two things are not equal. Okay, first, meron tayong tinatawag na trichotomy property. We have the transitive, addition, and multiplication property of inequality. Okay, so and then we are going to discuss first what is trichotomy property. of inequality. So dito gumagamit pa rin tayo ng symbol na greater than, equal, tsaka less than. Okay, so this is simply use the trichotomy property to describe the relationship of the two quantities. Okay, so it states that for all real numbers A and B, only one of the following is true. Ibig sabihin niya, isa lang yung pwede maging totoo dyan sa statement na yan. Kung hindi siya greater than, ayan, yung A is greater than B, kung hindi siya greater, siya ay equal. Kaya nga A is equal B, or pwede siyang A is greater is less than B. Kaya isa lang yung pwede maging true sa statement na yan. Okay, let's have this one. Use trichotomy property to describe the relationship between two quantities. Okay, and example natin, 7 and 4. How are we going to describe the relationship? Kapag kinompare natin dyan, we all know that 7 is not equal to 4. Therefore, use the symbol to represent the inequality. Kaya ibig sabihin yan, 7 is greater than 4. So true yung statement natin. Or you can interchange, no? Kapag binaliktad natin, use the less than symbol, kaya 4 is less than 7. Kaya mas malaki pa rin yung 7 kaysa kay 4. Kaya isa lang yung pwede maging true sa statement. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng trichotomy property, to describe the relationship between two quantities. Let's have another number 2. Negative 2 and negative 1. If you compare, obviously negative 2 is not equal to negative 1. Therefore, to relate the symbol, we can say that negative 2 is less than negative 1. Kasi yung negative 1 mas malapit sa 0, kaya nga siya nakaharap doon. Kaya less than yung symbol natin. And therefore, kapag pinakita natin yan through yung statement, or you can use the symbol greater than, kaya negative 1 is greater than negative 2. That is true. Ibig sabihin yan, yung negative 1 ay mas mataas sa negative 2. Isa lang yung pwede maging true yan. Okay, let's have number 2. Transitive property of inequality. Okay, yung konsepto po ng transitive property is the same of the properties for the equation. Kasi nga, meron tayong 3 quantities being compared. Dito naman sa transitive property of inequality, si first number ay mas malaki kay second number. At si second number ay mas malaki naman kay third number. Therefore, you conclude that the first number is greater than the last number or yung third number. Okay, ito yung definition. For all real numbers A, B, and C, we can say that if A is greater than B and B is greater than C, then A is greater than C. Yun yung binanggit ko kanina, no? Okay, example natin. If 4 is greater than 3 and 3 is greater than 2, then all you have to do is kukunin mo lang yung first number mo tsaka yung third number mo. Ibig sabihin yan, 4 is greater than 2. Ganun lang siya. Transitive property ang tawag doon. Okay, another. Paano naman kung less than symbol? Same pa rin siya. If A is less than B and B is less than C, then you conclude that A is less than C. Example natin, let's have, if negative 2 is less than negative 1 and negative 1 is less than 0, then if this is the first number at yung third number natin, you conclude that negative 2 is less than 0. Okay, yun yung ibig sabihin ng transitive property. Okay, let's have another. Addition property of inequality. Okay, sa addition property of inequality, same concept lang po siya or yung proseso sa equation. But this time, kino-compare lang natin. Okay, kaya using the symbol of inequality. Okay, so we have this for all real numbers A, B, and C. We can say that A, or if A is greater than B, then A plus C is greater than B plus C. If you're going to observe, nag-add ako on both sides of the inequality by the same number. Yun yung C natin. Kaya nga, greater than pa rin siya, yung sum nito, yung A plus C, tsaka compare sa B plus C. Okay, example natin. If 4 is greater than 3, let's say mag-add ako both sides of the inequality by 1. Since nag-add ako, pag in-add mo yan, greater pa rin yung 4 plus 1 compared dun sa sum ni 3 plus 1. Kaya that is 5 is greater than 4. Okay, let's have another example natin. Kapag less than naman, same pa rin siya. If A is less than B, then A plus C is less than B plus C. Kung makapansin natin, nag-add pa rin ako ng C, same number yan on both sides of the inequality. But take note, less than pa rin yung symbol natin. Okay, example natin. If negative 9 is less than negative 8, if mag-add ako dyan both sides of the inequality by 5, pag in-add ko yan, less than pa rin yung symbol natin. Kaya negative 9 plus 5, that will become negative 4 is less than the sum of negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. Kaya same pa rin yung symbol natin. Okay, ganun lang sa addition property, no? Same number yung ina-add natin, both sides of the inequality. Okay, let's have number 4. Multiplication property of inequality. Same lang po yung proseso natin sa pag-identify or yung ginagawa sa equation, yung property of inequality doon. Okay, let's have. Dito, meron tayong tinatawag na case 1. Ano yung case 1 natin? For all real numbers, A, B, and C, with C is a positive number. Okay, ibig sabihin yan, pag nag-multiply ako both sides of the inequality by any positive number. Okay, ang rule natin doon, if A is greater than B, then we can say that A times C is greater than B times C. Hindi po nabago yung ating symbol na greater than. Okay? Yung product pa rin niya is greater than yung AC compared sa BC. Example natin, let's have, if 4 is greater than 3, let's say mag-multiply ako both sides of the inequality by positive 1. Kasi di ba sa rule natin, case number 1, so what is 4 times 1? Yung product nito is greater than pa rin dun sa product ng 3 times 1. Kaya 4 is greater than 3. Okay, let's have number 2. Okay, kapag less than naman, same pa rin yung proseso natin if positive is being multiplied on both sides. So we have if A is less than B, then A times C is less than B times C pa rin. Okay, so example natin, if negative 9 is less than negative 8, let's say mag-multiply ako both sides of the inequality by positive 5, what's negative 9 times 5? Diba that is negative 45. Then kapag kinompare natin doon sa product ni negative 8 times 5, negative 40, kaya nga siya, less than pa rin po siya. We need to say negative 45 is less than negative 40. Okay, yan po yung case 1 kapag nag-multiply ka on both sides of the inequality by positive number. Okay, dito tayo. Kung meron tayong case 1, meron tayong case 2. Yun yung naman for all real numbers A, B, and C with C is a negative number. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Okay, ibig sabihin yan, kapag nag-multiply tayo on both sides of the inequality by any, take note of the word, any negative number, all you have to do is reverse the sign of the inequality. Ibig sabihin ng reverse, babalik na rin natin yung symbol natin, yung inequality. And then, if you multiply both sides of the inequality by any negative number, okay? The rule is simply, if A is greater than B, then, kung mapapansin mo, nag-reverse ako ng sign. From this, A is greater than B, naging less than na siya. Because the C here, yung number na minultiply ko dyan, is negative. Kaya nag-reverse po siya ng sign. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng rule number 2, case 2 yon. Okay, example natin. If 4 is greater than 3, let's say mag-multiply ako ng negative both sides of the inequality. Negative 1. So what is 4 times negative 1? Diba? Negative 4. Okay, since nag-multiply ako, nag-reverse na ako ng sign. Given kasi greater than, i-reverse ko na siya kasi nga nag-multiply na ako. And therefore, what is 3 times negative 1? Negative 3 yon. Ibig sabihin niya, negative 4 is less than negative 3. Mas malapit yung negative 3 sa 0. Kaya nakaharap doon. Or that is less than. Okay, let's have another. If A is less than B, then A times C is greater than B times C. If you're going to observe, the given symbol of the inequality here is less than. So naging greater than siya because of the rule, reverse the sign of the inequality. Okay, kasi any negative number multiplied becomes positive yon. Okay, therefore, example natin, no, makita natin yan, negative 9 is less than negative 8. Okay, so meaning to say, kapag nag-multiply ako dyan ng negative 5, both sides of the inequality, what is the product of negative 9 tsaka negative 5? Diba positive na yan, 45. Dito naman negative 8 tsaka negative 5, the product is 40. Since this is negative yung minultiply ko, magre-reverse na pala, nagre-reverse na ako dito. Kaya from less than becomes greater than na siya. Kaya 45 is greater than 40. Okay, that's rule number 2 or case 2 for multiplication. Okay, let's apply. Now, we are going to solve linear inequalities using the properties. No? Among these properties, ano yung pinakakailangan natin dyan para malaman yung solution for the inequalities? We are going to use the addition property and multiplication property of inequality. Okay, yung 1 and 2 dito, they are simply justify the statement or sentence. Okay, let's apply. We are going to solve and graph the given inequality number 1. Example, I have here x plus 11 is greater than 17. Okay, para ka lang din nagsusolve ng equation dito, no? Nagkaiba lang siya, inequality yung symbol dyan. Okay, di ba ang rule natin doon? Yung 11 dito, tinatranspose natin dyan para matanggal siya. Okay, using the addition property. So that's the given. Meaning to say, you are going to add on both sides of the inequality by the same number. Yun yung additive inverse. If this is positive, 11, ang kanyang additive inverse or opposite is negative. Kaya yan po yung i-add natin. Or that is addition property of inequality. Then you can now cancel. 11 plus negative 11, 0 na yan. Cancel. X na lang po ang natira. Okay? X is greater than, isimplify mo itong 11 plus negative 11. I mean 17 plus negative 11, that will be 6 na lang yan. Ibig sabihin yan, ang solution natin ngayon is x is greater than 6. Paano kung malalaman yung value ng x natin? Kung sa linear equation, isa lang po yung value ng x doon, no? Dito naman, marami. Infinite po kasi ang value natin or the solution set. Okay, ibig sabihin, lahat ng value ng x dyan ay yung mas mataas sa 6. Ano-ano yun? Mga 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. Okay, we call the solution of this inequality. Para mas ma-interpret natin, you are going to make a graph. Paano gagawa ng graph? Gawa ka lang ng number line mo. And then, since ang value ng x natin is greater than 6, bilugan mo yung 6 dyan. Ibig sabihin, ano ba yung mga number na mas mataas sa 6? Ibig sabihin niya, from start ka ng 6, papunta doon sa kanan. Lahat po ng values na yun, infinite na yan, that is the solution set. Or kapag nirepresent po natin dyan, x is such that x is greater than 6. Dyan po ang ating solution set. Take note, kapag ang symbol natin is less than or greater than, naka-encircle lang po ito. Hindi po siya naka-shade. Kasi hindi po kasama sa solution set ang 6 dito. Ibig sabihin, start tayo ng 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. Infinite na yan. Okay? To check your solution, just simply substitute lang natin any greater than 6, no? Ibig sabihin, kuha ka lang ng isa dito. Let's say 7. Para ma-check natin, kapag sinubstitute natin yung 7, let's have this 7 plus 11. Pag inad natin yan, di ba ang sagot dyan is 18. Okay, kapag kinompare natin dyan, di ba? 18 is greater than 17. That is true statement. Okay, kahit alin dito ang kunin mo, true statement po yun. Okay? Let's have another number to example. So I have here 5x is less than or equal to 50. Remember, this is two condition siya. All you have to do is that's a given. Ibig sabihin niyan, tanggalin natin yung numerical coefficient na 5 by using the what property? Okay? Multiplication property of inequality. Ibig sabihin, mag-multiply ako both sides of the inequality by the reciprocal of 5, which is 1 over 5. Para makancel natin yung 5 dyan. Kasi 5 divided by 5 is 1 times 1 times x. Kaya that will be x. Okay? Pero dito sa right side of the inequality, what's 1/5 of 5? I mean 1/5 of 15. Okay, that is 3 na yan. Therefore, ang solution set natin dyan, x is less than or equal to 3. Ibig sabihin yan, kasama po yung 3 sa solution set at lahat ng number na mas mababa sa 3. Ano-ano yon? 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and so on and so forth. Infinite na yan. Okay? So, para mas ma-interpret natin yan, we are going to make a graph using the number line. Since dalawang condition dito, less than or equal, you are going to encircle the 3. Ibig sabihin, included po sa solution set yung 3 na yan. Okay, ibig sabihin, ano yung direction natin, left or right? That is going to left. Kasi nga, less than or equal to 3, start with 3, kasama yung 3 dyan. Kaya 3, 2, 1, so on so forth. Infinite na siya. Kapag nirepresent natin sa notation, we can read that the solution set would be x such that x is less than or equal to 3. Meaning to say, the values are 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, and so on and so forth. Infinite. Okay? To check your solution, substitute ka lang ng any number less than or equal to 3. Okay, let's say, substitute ko dyan ay 3. Pag minultiply mo, di ba, dito, 5 times 3, that is greater than or equal to 15. Kapag minultiply ko yan, 15 na yan, that's true statement kasi nga 15 is greater than, less than or equal to 15. Okay, kahit saan dito sa solution set mo. Okay, another example natin. Dito naman, negative 15 minus 6x is greater than negative 39. That's the given. Okay, you are going to apply the addition property of inequality by adding both sides to the inequality by the additive inverse of the constant term. Ano ba yung constant natin? Yun yung negative 15. Ang opposite niya, that is the positive 15. Kaya mag-add ka on both sides of the inequality. Therefore, you can cancel the positive 15 tsaka negative 15. Zero na kasi siya. Matitira na lang dyan yung negative 6x. And what is negative 39 plus 15? Pag in-add mo na yan, that will be negative 24. And then, para matanggal natin yung negative 6 dyan, kasi kailangan matira yung x, no? You're going to apply the multiplication property of inequality. But take note, nakalagay dito case number 2. Balikan natin, no? Ano ba yung case number 2? Since ang given numerical coefficient ni x is negative, sabi sa rule natin, if you multiply any negative number on both sides of the inequality, i-reverse natin yung sign of the inequality. If the given is greater than, kapag ni-reverse natin yan, magiging less than na po siya. And you can now divide or multiply by the reciprocal of negative 6. Or simply, shortcut na lang natin. Divide natin by negative 6. Okay? And then you can now cancel this same number, negative 6. 1 na kasi yan times x. Kaya x na lang yan. Is less than, what is negative 24 divided by negative 6? That will be positive 4. Ibig sabihin, ang solution set natin ngayon dyan, lahat ng number na mas mababa sa 4. Ano ba yung mga numbers na yun? We have 3, 2, 1, 0, and so on and so forth. Lahat na ng negative. Okay, para mas ma-interpret natin, gawa tayo ng graph using the number line. And ang tanong, bibilugan ko ba yung 4 or isi-shadean ko? Bibilugan mo lang siya. Ibig sabihin, hindi po kasama sa solution set yung 4. And you're going to put the direction going to left. Kasi nga, less than 4, lahat ng number na mas mababa sa 4, kaya 3, 2, 1, so on so forth. But take note, hindi po kasama yung 4 dyan. And to represent the notation of this solution set, x such that x is less than 4. Ibig sabihin yan, yung solution set natin, x is equal to 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, and so on and so forth. Lahat na ng negative. Paano natin mag-check yan? To check your solution, substitute ka lang na any number less than 4. Okay? Ibig sabihin yan, 3. Oh. Let's say, kung hindi 3, pwede naman to 0. Okay? Let's say, isa-substitute ko 0, no? Ito, check natin. Negative 15 minus 6. Papalitan mo yung x dyan na 0 is greater than negative 39. Okay? And what is 6 times 0? Di ba cancel out na yan? 0 na yan. And therefore, yung natira dyan, negative 15 is greater than negative 39. Di ba true na yung statement natin na mas malaki yung negative 15 compare sa negative 39. True yun. Any of the solution set or any number. Okay? Let's have another. So dito naman sa number 3, okay, so naulit siya. Let's forward lang. Okay, number 4. For number 4, let's have negative 2x is less than or equal to 30 plus 4x. So dito sa given natin, okay, label natin, you are going to add on both sides of the inequality by the additive inverse of 4x. Kasi nga, ilipat mo yung may variable doon sa left side. Kaya, what is the additive inverse of positive 4x? Kaya, negative 4x yun, using the addition property of inequality. Kaya, ka-cancel mo na yung 4x at negative 4x yan, 0 na yan, para malipat natin. Therefore, what is the sum of negative 2x at negative 4x? Negative 6x yan. And bring down mo yung less than or equal to 30. Take note, meron pa rin siyang negative 6. Para malaman natin yung value ng x or solution set, you are going to remove. How are you going to remove? Using the rule, multiplication property of equality. But take note, case number 2 pa rin tayo. Ano ang sabi sa case number 2? If you're going to multiply any negative number on both sides of the inequality, you're going to reverse the inequality symbol. Okay, if the given is less than or equal, magiging greater than or equal na siya because of the rule number 2. Then you can now multiply by the reciprocal of negative 6 or simply shortcut natin, divide na lang natin both sides of the inequality by the negative 6. Okay, then you can now cancel the negative 6 kasi 1 na yan times x, kaya x yan is greater than or equal to what is the quotient of 30 divided by 6? That is negative 5. And therefore, ano yung solution set natin? Ibig sabihin yan, the value of x here is greater than or equal to negative 5. Ano-ano ba yon? Okay, negative 4, kasama yung negative 5, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, and so on and so forth. That is the greater than or equal. Okay, to interpret the graph, you're going to make a number line. And you are going to, ang tanong dito, no, i-encircle ko by negative 5 or i-shade ko lang? Since two conditions yan, i-shade natin. Ibig sabihin, included po yung negative 5 sa solution set. Ibig sabihin, you're going to put the direction, lahat po ng value natin dyan is going to right. We have negative 5, negative 4, and so on and so forth. Okay? Let's have this symbol notation for the solution set. We have x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 5. And our solution would be x is negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, and so on and so forth. Kapag chinek natin yan, kuha ka lang ng isang value dyan, no? Let's say negative 3. Piliin ko yung negative 3. So pag minultiply mo to, negative 2 times negative 3 is less than or equal to 30 plus 4 times negative 3. Okay? So pag sinimplify ko to, negative 2 times negative 3, positive 6 na po ito. And less than or equal to 30, copy mo yung 30. Tapos pag sinimplify mo to, what is 4 times negative 3? Di ba negative 12 yan. Okay, therefore, if you're going to simplify, dito na lang siya. So 6 is less than or equal to what is 30 plus negative 12? Di ba ang sagot natin dyan is 18, positive siya. Okay, kaya that is true statement. Yung 6 ay mas maliit or equal siya sa 18. Okay, that is true kasi nga 6 less than 18. Any of the solution set could be true if you are going to substitute. Okay, with that, we are going to check your understanding. Question number 1, identify the property used for this statement. Timer starts. Okay, the answer is letter B, transitive property of inequality. Okay, let's have another question number 2. Timer starts. And the answer is letter A, multiplication property of inequality. Remember, case number 2 po ang ginamit kasi nag-reverse ng sign. Okay, next number 3. Identify the property of this statement. Timer starts. Okay, the answer is letter D, trichotomy property. Di ba? One of the following is true. Okay, for the next question, identify the property of the statement. Okay, the answer is letter A, addition property of inequality. And next we have solve the linear inequality. Timer starts. The answer is letter D, x is less than 3. Next question. Solve the linear inequality. Timer starts. the answer is letter C. X is less than or equal to 5. Remember, rule number 2 sa multiplication ng reverse position ng inequality symbol. Okay, with that, I hope you learned something about this lesson.